You know, a lot of people ask me about Monat, about who we are, about our products, about our success. But if you really want to know about this company, you must first learn about my family. It all started back in our home country of Venezuela, when my father, who came from a very modest family, had a dream of a better life. By the time he was 18, he was invited to a meeting. It was a very large, established direct sales company, but it was a company of only women. Of course, he didn't care. He is the type of person that says, I don't care if I get 100 no's. All I need is one yes. And so he worked that business and he was very successful. So much that by the time he was in his early 30s, he was already making a lot of money. But then he made a decision. He left that industry and decided to start a traditional business, and unfortunately, it failed. He knew he needed to start all over again, and so he decided to go back to the industry that had brought him success. He decided to start a direct sales company from scratch, and in 2001, he did just that. Now, at this time, my oldest brother, Ray, was living in the US with his wife, Carolina, and he was going to college and working in several things. My father called him and asked him to join him, and of course, Ray said yes. Over the next 14 years, Ray and my dad, along with an amazing team, created a company of massive success in Latin America. But after challenges in Venezuela, we had to make some important decisions. At that moment, my father gathered the family together and we made a decision to start over. And we always had a dream to build something special in North America and the world. That dream has become Monat. We all knew the challenge was huge. To start a brand new company in a brand new country, a different language, and a totally different culture. It seemed impossible, but we came together as a family and we did that. We knew we couldn't do it alone, so we interviewed many people, but there was not a match. And then we met Stuart, and he's now like a family member and like a brother to Ray. We don't hire employees. We bring on more family. When you work with the Urdaneta family, you are family, period. End of story. The
Alrighty. Let me figure this out. Hello, everyone. We've got Tanya and Karina, and I'm DC, and
Hello, baby.
we're going to watch a recruiting call, an Australian recruiting call, and the very first Monat. I always say Monat, and I cannot get it out of my head. Monat Market
Same.
Partner, the very first one, was on this call. And the things, it's not super crazy. Tony, the number one or the very first, I guess she might be number one too. She did say some interesting things that I didn't know. So I'm going to go ahead and let Tanya and Karina introduce themselves. They're incredible. I'm happy they decided that to live stream with me, and we're also co-streaming to their channels as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pass
Hey,
it over to
yo.
Karina.
Hello, my dudes. I am Karina, and today I am a potato. That's why I look like this. It's been a really long day, but I'm really happy to be here. For those of you that don't know me, I make bilingual content here on YouTube, sometimes on Instagram. Um, I just stand up for the little guy, I stand up for the people that have no one to stand up for them. And I'm here to talk all the mess and be unfiltered and say all the cursey words. So that's me.
Sweet. Tanya?
Hi, I'm Tanya Elizabeth. You guys mainly see me as that. So I do have a YouTube channel on here because I love DC because she's awesome and I'm here to just get spicy with it. Am I
Love it.
echoing it all?
Nope, you are great. I
All
think
right,
you're
cool.
great. Let us know in the chat because I am notorious for sound issues. So let us know. Don't drop any numbers. Just kind of let us know if you hear an echo. I'm gonna go check on my phone. Okay, we've got a few minutes. I had some when I was censoring it, it took me a second to blur everybody. I didn't blur Tony though.
I'm trying
If
to tell you that I'm over here talking to myself. I'm going to say cheese. I'm about to post that we're live. And I was muted. All right. So 1, 2, 3.
all right.
Awesome.
Okay, and Yeah, so we some cursey words are going to be happening. This is an after dark stream, so if you are free range listening and that matters that your kids don't hear anything, go ahead and pop in those headphones. I'm trying to make sure. Hello everyone. I just want to make sure I've censored it, so it's going to be another like 5 minutes before it's ready, and I don't want to unduly harass someone by showing their face if they're not ready for that. I'll just tell you a little bit about the call. I found this call directly from Tony's Instagram, and one of her bigger leaders in Australia, or maybe she's not a big leader, but on the call tonight, they said there was only about 5,000 market partners in Australia signed up. And so this girl's almost a car earner. And so she was trying to do a recruiting call. So I thought there was going to be 400 or 500 people on the call. And there was not. There was 9. And my thing's right here because I didn't hide my face because I was like, oh, well. So I'm right here. And Tony is like right next to me on the screen.
That is crazy.
So I was trying to like nod and take notes and kind of like seem like I was into it, but
you
I was
couldn't
like,
hide in the void of people.
yes, I was like, I literally couldn't hide, and I was right next to Tony. So yeah, I feel bad. And again, maybe I'm too like close to being out of my multi-level marketing company. I feel a little bad about responding to this because the main girl on the call was really nice. And I do like showing these really nice recruiting calls because not everyone's going to run into a Jessie Lee Ward. Not everyone's going to run into
Right.
Mandy Sue. Not everyone's going to and I say this cuz I have a slant. There's some really put together type of people out there, and this girl from Australia is one of them, and her accent's great. And so
I think it's very important to show both sides.
It is. Yeah. To be completely honest, it's nice to, dog out Jessie Lee Ward. Let's face it, it's fun.
It is.
But fuck, man, there are some really, really, really nice people that get mixed up in these
that just
moments, and I feel so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Delay.
Question, can you guys hear the TV in the background?
I can't hear it. No, ma'am.
No? Because I can hear it, but I don't know if you guys can hear it.
I think we're good. Let me just say some of the highlights. So Tony Van Schoik, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she's the number 1 distributor, not number 1 income earner, but she does earn a lot of income. She was the very first Monat distributor, and she was in another company with Stewart, apparently. And so she knew him from before. And there's also 2 trainings that are coming up that she's going to be doing. August 7th, there's a training I'm going to try to get access to. And there's a July 21st training. And she specifically said on the call, the product isn't the commodity. The commodity is the people. She said that to all these people on the call looking to sign up. And I'm like, what?
No, be nice. Don't. No.
Yeah. And what else did they say? She also claimed that they have the best compensation plan in the industry. And she
Q Sciences does.
Yeah, I don't know how she spent a lot of time talking up the compensation plan, and that she gets between, for one share, I guess people are getting between $7,000 and $15,000 if you're part of the share payout. I think that's for the quarter or for the entire year. But yes, Melissa, but somehow it's not a pyramid scheme. And so Tony also said on the call that she's getting paid on every single person in Monat, either in America or in the entire world. So she's getting a commission off of
Ain't that
everyone.
wild though? Like she's the same person that said if you don't succeed in an MLM it's because you don't stick to it. Like find a company and stick to it. But
Yeah.
it's easy for her to talk because she has so many people, like everyone is under her, like she said.
Yeah.
So
It's wild. And it's wild.
it's
You're good.
wild. You're good.
The double speak it's very interesting. We're gonna hear that.
Uh-oh.
This is so close. Let me just make sure I've closed everything out.
Before we get started, congratulations on
to become-
212 subscribers. DC.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
My little channel.
So happy for you.
Thanks, Dave.
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 Oh my gosh, Dave is the best. I think Dave is everyone's favorite.
I miss you, Dave. It's been a minute.
Yeah, hope
Everybody
your
loves
puppy's
Dave.
doing
How
well.
can you not love Dave?
Yeah, Dave is literally the best. All right. Oh my gosh, love it. Okay.
Watch Janet come in late this one time, Dave, instead of you.
Like, where's the potatoes and donuts? Okay. Close that out. Close this out.
Karina Bina. That's so cute, Dave.
That is really cute. You can't rhyme with
Love
my
it.
name though, so
Yeah,
I've
Dave,
got a
try
hard
it.
one.
You
Can't.
need to make up a rhyme for Tanya.
Yeah, there you go,
Mine
Dave.
only
There's
rhymes
your,
with
there's your.
inappropriate things. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to share something until we are ready to go. Okay. I'm pulling up Tony Van Choik's, and I'm not pronouncing your name. I don't really know what to tell you.
Names are hard.
Yes, they're incredibly hard for me. I think they're important, but I'm definitely having a hard time pronouncing them. Okay, let me share my screen. Remove from studio, share screen. Okay. Well, so this is her own website, and she is part of Eric Worre's $1 million, his $1 million Hall of Fame, the same one that Jesse Lee Ward is a part of. And there's a couple of videos on YouTube with them talking, and I think she was on his GoPro podcast right here. So that we're not going to watch that, obviously. She talks about herself here, and she's been part of several network marketing businesses. She's been in the industry for over 20 years at this point, and she's at the very tippity top of the pyramid. In less than 3 years, they have brought in over $2 billion. Dang.
Wow.
That's a lot of money. But again, when you're at the top of the Monat pyramid, can you take credit for all of those sales? I don't know. I mean, you can, but does that mean that had anything to do with you?
Right.
Oh, Tanya.
Oh, he did it. He did do it. It's gibberish, but he did do it.
I called it in the comments. I said he'd do it.
Yep. Karina has ultimate faith in Dave in a non-culty way.
In a non-culty way.
Yes.
Have you guys noticed that in our language now, we'll sit there and be like, love you, but in a non-culty way?
Yep.
Like more and more often now that we're like,
yes.
Like, especially like with the new MLM that came out today, Elamir.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
But
and if people in the comments don't know, Aaron and Julie Joe have kind of led the charge on creating content for on the Elamir, and Chelsea's brought it up a little bit as well. So if you want to know about Elamir, then go ahead and check out their channels. And I should have everything linked below in my description after this is over. Sorry about
Now, I'm
this.
going to
I
tell
thought
you, you
this was
might
going
get an influx of people that will be excited to see me because I haven't been on my channel in like 4 years. And I
Well, this is a
have
good
some
surprise.
loyal friends because they stay subscribed to me through all those years,
Oh,
and I love them for it.
that's amazing. Oh my gosh, yes. Melissa, Elamir, long lost brother of Boromir and Faramir, who is taking the hobbits to Isengard. If you don't know Lord of the Rings, Elamir sounds just like a name from one of the characters in Lord of the Rings, and Boromir and Faramir are two of the characters in that. So
I
it's
barely
best.
got through The Hobbit in high school, man. That was not my jam. Lord of the Rings is not my jam.
Yeah, I think it's it's kind of an acquired taste if you like that genre.
Oh,
We
my
did.
dad's a total geek for it.
Yeah.
He'll watch it whenever it's on.
Yeah, he read that to us growing up, so it was hilarious to see someone had named a multi-level marketing company after it. Okay, come on.
Sorry, I'm preoccupied, but I don't Lord of the Rings, but it was still funny to me, that comment.
It is funny. I don't know Lord of the Rings either,
Yes.
so it was funny.
I recommend the performed BBC audiobooks as opposed to the traditional audiobook. Yes, anything performed from BBC is incredible. Chronicles of Narnia is great. They do it's
Ooh,
like
that
radio
sounds
theater.
good.
Yeah, it's really good. They've done all the books and they have characters. They have actors for every character. It's great.
Wow,
Throwing it
that's
back to
so
the funny Lord of the
cool.
Rings internet content of the early 2000s. Yes, it is like listening to a play.
Right on, Modest Hermit. Thank you.
That's amazing. Again, thanks for your patience. Tanya, you
I
got to watch
will.
it with your dad.
I
waited
will.
too
Next
long
time
to
it's
regret
on,
it.
I'll gut through it and I'll watch it with him.
There's also a short cartoon version of Lord of the Rings that's into like 2 45-minute movies or something. So if you need to get the gist of it, you can probably find it on YouTube.
I think if
probably.
if you're not like into that type of stuff, because I have never watched Harry Potter, I've never watched Lord of the Rings, I've never watched Game of Thrones, I've never watched what is that, Star Trek and Star Wars. I've never, it just doesn't look
Star
appealing
Trek
to
and
me.
Star Wars.
Okay, well, if you
Yeah, I've
ever
never, I mean,
decide,
like that kind of, you know what I mean, like
yes,
that kind of
yeah, you're not
genre.
Yeah,
science
no,
fiction is
you're
not a,
Yeah.
yeah.
sci-fi
But
fantasy stuff.
but yeah, but if you want to know how much of a like geek I am and like how fangirly I can be, you better bet your butt I watched all the Twilight movies.
Girl, I'm sending you a high five right now, right here, because all them Twilight movies, bitch, they're fire. I don't care what anybody says.
All right, Team Edward or Team Jacob? Tanya.
Edward.
Oh,
because he came from Harry Potter. I had to do it.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yes.
Well, werewolves are hot to me, so Team Jacob.
Absolutely.
What about you, DC?
Gosh. I don't know. I read the books first, and I read
the books were amazing
in one night. I read the first book in one night, and so in my mind, I had a picture of who everyone was going to look like, and I couldn't get over like the Kristen Stewart as Bella Swan. I couldn't. That was hard.
They could have
because I
picked
read the
someone
book.
better for her, I think.
You know who I think would have made a great Bella? The girl that played Rosalie.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
Yeah, she would have made a great Bella, I think.
Yeah, and
I mean, Kristen Stewart that's my girl. She's fine AF, but like,
yeah,
not for Bella.
Maybe, yeah, and I didn't love her as Princess Di in her.
Hey, Dave.
Jacob all the way. Okay, I think we have to.
I think we've got an even split.
Yep. Even split. Dave made it even. Okay, I'm gonna close this out. Dang. As normally my computer's faster than this, but oh well. Husband and I are total nerds. We went and did the Galactic Star Cruiser, which is basically what happens when nerds grow up and have money. That's incredible.
That is so
That sounds like
awesome.
so much fun.
I'm
I don't
jealous.
know what you're talking about, but it sounds like a good time. It sounds like a really good time.
It sounds badass, is what it sounds
Yeah.
like, and that's what does. I saw a Jeep that was decked out all red, and you guys remember Animal from the Muppets?
Yes. Yep.
Had on now it was a Jeep Wrangler, the rear tire cover, Animal from the Muppets, and it was the same color red. It was a specific red color as it. They did their Jeep like this, right? And then it says, when you grow up and you get all the toys that you ever wanted because you have the money to do it.
Oh my gosh. I was just looking at pictures of Animal because I remember what he looked like, but he was awesome.
Yeah.
Animal is an icon. He is. He is. Okay. Okay, let us know in the live chat while we're waiting. Who's the first person you heard about Monat from? I heard about Monat from someone. Her name is that curly girl Monica. I think she's associated with Mandy Sue's team. So I didn't hear about it from a multi-level marketing creator, but I don't know about y'all, Karina or Tanya. Where did y'all hear about Monat from in the very beginning?
Trying to think. Oh,
I got hit up by a Hun.
Ooh,
stop.
what?
I don't remember the name because I've never heard the name again. I want to say Samantha.
Okay.
But that's the name that keeps on popping into my head is Samantha.
Okay.
But I got hit up
You
by
know
a
what I
Hun,
just pictured?
and I legit went through and I'm like, cool, because I'm really into hair care. You can't tell by this mop because I haven't dyed it, but
Same.
I was like, oh, cool, vegan, cruelty free, the whole nine. And then I saw the price. I'm like, mofo, there better be liquid gold up in that shit for me to pay that kind of money.
Yeah.
I said, why is it so expensive?
Yep.
And they said, oh, because of, and they gave all of the hoopla
Our
and
ingredients
what they're
and
supposed to say.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, let me look around. You're not going to find any better hair care. This is it. This is top notch. Now, this was right at the beginning of the company, too.
I'd rather wash my hair with Dawn. They wash ducks with Dawn. That's what I shower Donald in. My duck. Some Dawn.
Yeah. It's Dawn's amazing stuff.
Yeah.
So I did my research, and as soon as I put in Monat MLM, I knew what an MLM was, but I didn't realize how bad it was. And I think Savannah Marie was one of the first people to talk about Monat.
Yeah.
And it was in passing, if I recall.
Okay.
Yeah. Going back to Samantha, all I pictured was
not breakage.
Yeah.
Was Olaf saying Samantha? Wait, I don't even know a Samantha. That's what comes to my mind now every time I hear that name. I think I heard from Monat, going back to that, from a influencer actually, which I actually filmed a video. I need to edit it and post it, but like I filmed a video before my whole break started. It's her name is Michaela.
Okay.
And she was doing like lifestyle videos. She's one of those girls she's always very much been, since I started following her, one of those girls that was like, a 9 to 5 is not for me. I don't want to work for anybody else, yada yada yada. She believes in the side hustle, which, hey, good for her.
Yeah.
And then I started following her actually because I was looking up cloth diapers. I had just given birth to Leo, and I was looking for cloth diapers because Leo will get a rash with everything. And She has a little girl that's like 6 months older than Leo, I want to say, and so she was cloth diapering, and that's how I found her. Then I started following her on Instagram, and like 6 months after she had her baby, I think, is when she started shielding out Monet. And I was like, wait, what is this? And I asked her, I remember I DM'd her about it. I was like, hey, what is this? And she I don't remember if she replied or not, but she kept talking about it in her stories. And then finally one day she hit me back up, I guess whenever she was trying to recruit. She was like, hey, lovely, this and that. But by this time I already knew what Monet was. And I just left her on red because I really love her. She's one of those moms that's like, moms can still be sexy. She's like, she very much shows like a lot of skin, and she's like very confident in her body, and like, which, hey,
Yeah, cool.
good for her, man.
Yeah.
But when she ended Monet, she actually made a video about it. She has it up on her channel. Why I left Monet? Is it a scam? Is it this? And she basically says everything we say out loud while simultaneously trying to not bash the company, but like, you can tell she's genuine. I just spit everywhere. My bad. And you can tell she's genuine, and she has like this, I think, 30-minute video. And I actually reacted to that video while getting ready, and I have it filmed. I just need to edit it and put it up. But from her, I heard from her.
Oh, nice.
When you post it, I will I'll link it, or I'll link it in this video description so that people can find it whenever you decide to.
And P.S. I still love her. I still love her. She is very much one of those love the one you're with, and like, be confident with your body, and like, she's one of those bitches, and like, hey, good for her, man. Like, I love her. I still very much love her, and her little girl's so precious. She's beautiful. Her name is Wolf. Bro, that baby is gorgeous. She is freaking gorgeous. That baby girl is so beautiful. So I still very much love her. I don't think I follow her anymore, or I'm subscribed to her anymore, but I do check in on her content from time to time, and I'll like binge it. But
right,
yeah, she's cool people. So it's just when she got involved, and the funny part is, in that video that she made, whenever she's like, oh, this is why I got out of Monat or whatever, she, like, a lot of her comments in her comment section are like, I'm so glad that you got out. I was tired of you just talking about Monat all the time. Like, this is the old you. Like, we felt like we lost you. Like, her comments are fire. I was just like, I feel the same. I felt the same.
Right. That's awesome, though, that she got out. It didn't take her long to figure it out.
I think she was in for about a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That seems to be about the average for people who
pretty up there. Like, she was pretty up there. So
really,
from what I can tell, she was, I think she said she was, I believe she said she was an SED.
Oh, snap.
She made SED in a year?
Yeah, I believe she was an SED.
Wow.
Before she quit. And then I think she quit. She says it in the video. She's like, well, I felt like I was there next to my daughter, but I wasn't like present, and nothing is worth the time with my kid. And like, there was other things that I wanted to do, and I felt like it was just consuming my girl. That video is good. That video is freaking good. Like,
really awesome.
Even if you don't want to watch my reaction to it, go watch her video. Like, she says the silent shit out loud. Like, it's a good video. And I was like,
cool.
It's a good video.
So other than the expense, I mean, I think the elephant in the room kind of is the lawsuits that have been associated with the company. What did y'all think of those when the rumor mill, but when word started to spread about the bad reactions people had with the products?
I think I heard about that from Savannah Marie.
Yeah. It was Savannah Marie when I first heard about the lawsuit. But what was funny was I was with a friend, and we went over to her grandmother's house, and she had Monat conditioner and shampoo in her shower. I immediately went and I grabbed Savannah's video, and I pulled up the actual lawsuit as to what the claims were for her to read. And she goes, is that why my scalp burns every time I use it? I haven't used it in a couple of days and it doesn't burn. I said, probably. I said, throw that shit out. Why would you use it after another time after your scalp burned?
Let me tell
I
you
felt
something.
so bad for this old lady, and let me tell you, I got so mad because she's like, "Well, what am I gonna do with this?" And she had like 3 or 4 orders worth of stuff.
Oh my
Oh
god. Let me
god.
tell you something. Let me tell you something. I don't know how people do that shit. Like if something is itchy or burnt or whatever, whenever I dyed my hair red this last time I think it was, whenever I touched up my roots, I don't know if it was because I left the dye on a little bit too long or something or what, but ended up switching shampoos right after I dyed my hair. And
Mm.
I think I washed my hair like twice with it and I noticed that my scalp was like hella itchy. Stopped using the shampoo, sure enough, it went away.
Wow.
I was like, but I thought in my mind, I was like, maybe I left the dye on a little bit too long and I'm having like contact dermatitis or something. Because
Yep.
I'll get that whenever I do my nails because I used to do my nails so often that I developed like an allergic reaction. So I was like, maybe that's what that was. But no, it was a shampoo because then I tried it one more time and I was like, yeah, it is this shampoo. It's a shampoo. But I don't know how you use it like frequently. Like I get trying to get your money's worth, but like
No,
it's
get this. She
a lot,
called the
girl.
girl. She called the girl and said, "My scalp burns whenever I use this." You know what this girl said?
It's
That's your hair
detoxing.
growing back.
Mm,
Or
No.
that's your hair growing in, or something along those lines. And
That
I
is
said,
so wrong.
and I looked at her. I said, "I know I'm not your grandchild, but grandma, you were raised smarter than that. Come on, it your hair's growing, so it's gonna burn."
Yeah.
She goes, "Yeah, I kind of thought she was full of it, but at the
mm-mm.
time, the way she made it made it sound it like I was rejuvenating my scalp and detoxifying it,
Yep. And
and
they're
I'm
told
going to
that.
go through a shedding process." And I'm like, "A shedding process?" She goes, "Yeah, a couple of like small, like little handfuls of hair." Because she had really short hair and she wanted to kind of grow a little bit longer. You know, the typical grandma haircut, they keep it
Yeah.
nice and short, but it's curly all the
Mhm.
time. They go to the hairdressers, get it pinned and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was one of those type grandmas. And I looked at her, I said, "Grandma, what does your hairdresser say?" And she goes, "I never told her."
Oh my gosh.
I said, "What?" She goes, "I
I
never
hate this
told
for us.
her."
Yeah, the
I got
one
so mad. I said, call the girl that you place orders with. And I took the phone out. I took a phone. She goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to have a minute with her." I said, "How dare you take advantage of that old lady like that? What's wrong
Mm-mm.
with you?" And she hung up.
yeah.
Never called grandmama ever again for another order.
Yeah.
How do you kind of wake up feeling good about yourself in the morning when you're past and again, they're taught this. They're taught that people have strong reactions because our shampoo is so pure, because it's so concentrated that some people blah blah blah. Their hair will shed. They may be more sensitive, all this other stuff. And it's like y- people can get chemical burns on their
Yeah.
skin from your product. And this is my opinion.
Yep.
But it's like, how do you resolve that in your mind and say, someone is actually physically telling me that they're having a negative reaction, and I feel good to say you should keep using it. Are you kidding
Mm-mm.
me? No,
Oh,
no.
I was hot. Like I was hot. I mean, and I called this girl back and she picked up the second time. I said, "Look, I'm not going to yell at you." I said,
Yeah.
"But how can you do this to an elderly person? One, they're on a fixed income."
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because it is what it is. If you try, the way I see it is you got to take care of babies and children, and you got to take care of the elderly.
yeah,
That they took care of us, it's our turn to take care of them.
yep,
Taking
yep,
care of them does not include cleaning out their wallet once every 6 weeks.
yeah. And unfortunately, that is the view a lot of people have, and it's just crazy. Um, yeah,
Yeah. It's wild.
if you have a rash or blisters or open sores, that's not detoxing. That is literally not how the human body works.
I mean, I felt so bad for this lady. And she goes, "Can you?" And I'm literally now, I feel like a little monkey on her back, picking, preening her. I'm going every square inch over this woman's head to make sure she didn't have any open sores. And I
Yeah.
found a small one starting back here. And I said, "When do you go back to your hairdresser?" Because again, she was letting her hair grow out. And she goes, "Oh, I go next week for a trim." And I said, "You're going to go before that because I want her to look at it to make
Yeah.
sure it's clearing up and not getting worse." And I said, "I want you to throw that shit out." She goes, "I just spent all this money." And I said, "I understand that, but do you want to use it because you spent the money, or do you want to grow your hair? Because if you want to use it because you spent the money, that's fine. That's on you.
Yeah.
But after what I showed you, after what you explained, and I just told you it was bullshit," she goes, "Well, it doesn't hurt." And I said, "I understand it doesn't hurt, but if you continue to use the shampoo and conditioner, it's only going to make that little spot worse." So I
Yeah.
called her. I said, "Call your hairdresser to see if you can get in a little bit earlier than just so that way she can have a scalp evaluation." And this woman, no joke, she says, "My granddaughter and her friend came over, and the shampoo and conditioner I've been using has been making my scalp burn." And she goes, "Can you put your granddaughter on the phone?" She puts the granddaughter on the phone. She goes, "No, no, 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 no. This is my friend. This is all her. She just saved my grandmother. So you talk to her." And she goes, "Do you have are you licensed in hair care? Have you ever gone to school?" And I said, "No." She goes, "Let me guess. That modern nature bullshit." I
Wow.
said, "Yeah." She goes, "I had a client that pulled a clump of hair out of the scalp and came running to me with literally a ball of hair in her hand after she'd just taken a shower.
Oh
And
my
sure as hell,
God.
she had a huge bald spot on the back of her head." I said, "There are people suing this company because of that." So I left the information with the lawyer's information on there, because it is a class action lawsuit. You can add and see if they need any more plaintiffs. If
Yeah.
not, then they can put you on a list of potential clients or customers that were harmed by the company if it goes through to some what is it? Either it settles or they get what they're asking for. Summary judgment.
Okay.
So
Again, a lot of these people don't know too. They've probably been injured and they don't know that there's all this stuff going on that they could be helped. And again, the reps are just continuing to tell them to continue to use the product. Yeah. I just don't
So
understand
gross.
that if you used a moisturizer and your skin blistered, you'd stop using it in 0.1 seconds. Yeah. Again, I think it's that thought control or that
That
information.
actually happened to me with an eye cream. I used it and then my eyes started burning. I was like, nope. I took it
Wow.
off. I washed it off. And I think I was doing a live getting ready or something. And I usually do my skincare and then I do my eyebrows while my skincare like chills, And I told them, I was like, yo, I think my eyes are burning. And everyone was like, eye cream isn't supposed to do that. Wipe that shit off.
yeah, I
Wow.
had an eye cream that burned my eye too, and they put come to find out I picked the wrong eye cream because it said right on it, because I go like this, I put it on my eyelid too.
Yeah.
Because your girl's getting old. She's gonna be 41 in September. She's got hooded eyes and her eyelids are all wrinkly. But I put too much on. It said basically you less than a pea size amount. And I kind of just dipped my finger in and did this whole thing, and I rubbed all the way around my eyes, and it said, "Do not put on the eyelids."
Mm.
And I did it because I didn't read the directions. I saw an eye cream with retinol in it. I was like, bang, I'm there. I need some of that.
Yeah.
And bango, I did it to myself. But there are some people that will sit there and say, if irritation happens, discontinue use.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they don't associate the discomfort with the product.
Yeah. And in Monat specifically, they teach their reps that the discomfort is the right thing to feel. If you don't feel anything great, and if you do feel something, that means that your hair needed it. Which that's so insidious. It's so insidious.
Oh
Okay.
my god, yeah.
Yeah. So the video exported, and I'm sorry
Oh,
for the
good.
wait. So we're good to go. And
Yay.
No worries. No
All right.
worries.
Thank you, Dave.
yes, Dave, you're the best. All right, let's go ahead. Oh no, where's the sound? Oh wait, hold on. What? Hold on. I do have sound on it. Hold on. Oh geez. Video file. Okay.
There we go.
Yep. All right.
Need some like some my music on. While we get some people. Oh, there we go.
She put her music on. I need to turn this down.
I've still got a bit of my flu, so hopefully I remain not having a coughing fit.
You sound amazing. You're doing great. We got this, girl.
We got this.
So, Kaylee, I have to say, I love the way that you marketed this, and how you were speaking to people about what you were talking about. So, I think it was really energizing for me to see, this, because I am not a social media influencer, and to see what you're doing and promoting and how you're working this is absolutely amazing. So, hats off to you, girl.
So she says this, and for context, only 8 people showed up to this call, maybe 9. And I was one of them. Tony was one, and the girl hosting the call was the other one. So I think she's saying this to, like, boost her spirits, to encourage her, because how effective is your marketing if no one comes to the call? And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to give you context because y'all weren't on the call. I was expecting 200 to 300 people to be on it, and there was 8. So take that with a grain of salt, what she's saying right here. Come on.
Amazing. So, hats off to you, girl.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Something a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yes, you hear my cat.
I'll give it
Sorry.
another
He's
minute
super
or
loud.
two.
No, we
It's a
love
little
floops. They're always welcome. Puppy breaks, duck breaks, however many animal breaks, we're always here for it.
I said it last time and I'll say it again. I'd rather watch a little floof than my own kid picking his nose.
Moosh, get your 15 seconds of fame, kitty cat.
Oh my gosh, love it.
That's
yes.
the Moosh. That's my mooser.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
He's my baby.
Come on.
So trying to pick a time that works for the majority is the hardest part.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all good.
100%. So, I had a couple of, leaders that saw your marketing and what you were doing and how you promoted it. So they wanted to check out, the call and stuff, which is so cool.
That's fine.
Yeah, no,
Forgot her face.
it's great. It's
Gosh
great.
darn it.
So, I actually have a leader from Canada that loves you, and she follows you all the time. So she wanted to be a part of it.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's great. Actually, you remind me a lot of each other.
So then technically there was only like 4 people on there.
Yeah, because I think all the other Monat people, they were hyping up her strategy for promoting this event. So you got me on there, and I'm not looking for an opportunity. Tony, her, and other Monat reps. So I don't even know. I don't know if there was actually any prospects on this call.
And a question, was this supposed to be saved? Like, were they going to save it and like upload it somewhere publicly, or?
She recorded it. I don't know. I'm sure she's going to upload it, or she might save it for her team. but I don't know if she's gonna upload it anywhere. I haven't checked out her social media channels yet.
Because if she's not, she just wasted. How long was this call?
Like 37 minutes.
37
Oh,
minutes
that's
of her
not
life.
bad.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't like an hour-long opportunity call. I mean, I'm sorry. I would feel like an absolute L7 weenie
Yeah.
if nobody showed up to the call and they've been hyping it up for how
Yeah.
long.
And that is a horrible feeling. I've definitely had things where I've invited people to stuff and nobody came. So like that is a bad feeling. And I hope she got at least some prospect. And she seems very nice. She seems very put together. She's almost at the car earning rank in Australia, so she's somewhat, I think, good at a multi-level marketing thing. So yeah.
I mean, even when I do like a live on Instagram or something and like one person shows up, but I still go out. Like I'm still like, you my peep. This one person that showed up.
Yeah.
Hey, I try to show up to your live, girl.
I know.
I try to show up to everybody's live.
Well, it's because you're putting out good stuff.
All right, if you start hearing him really go ham, by the way, I found he tried getting into the bottle of catnip and he actually broke the cap. So he's going to be a high kitty here in a minute.
That's okay. Oh geez, I'm just doing bad at.
I'll hit the recording as well.
You're fine.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's fast forward this. Where are we not talking?
All right, I'll leave it. If any more people come
Look at
to
Dave's comments
last minute.
Or people that's not even a Mo neighborhood. That's not even a that's not a Mo neighborhood. That's not even a driveway.
Melissa's got it though. Melissa's not even a cul-de-sac.
Oh man.
Let me hit a return.
Recording in progress.
Okay, we are live. Thanks everyone for tuning in and checking out this great presentation. So,
what?
She seems really nervous.
She's like, thanks everyone, and I'm like, who are you talking to? Who?
She's reading the room right now and realizing ain't nobody there but our girl D here. I won't divulge who she was on the Zoom because secret.
I do feel bad for her, and I was taking notes because I started, I don't know, I guess I had guilt that I was gonna, live react, but I was just, I don't know. It's just I felt bad for her for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that you didn't live react because I wouldn't have wanted to miss this. Now, let's just say she puts on a really good front. She's actually a bitch in real life, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Let's just say, but I don't see it just from her smile and I mean, for crying out loud, I know it's winter in Australia right now.
Yeah.
So the turtleneck and the smile for me, it's like, damn girl, I would have hung out if I would have known that you look like that and you seem nice, I would have at least hopped on the Zoom while I was at the pool. That's true.
She's not my type, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, she's very I blurred her, well, I forgot to blur parts of it, but I did my best. But she's very pretty. She's very put together. She'll tell you in a second, but she manages social media for companies. She's a makeup artist, so she does all of the things. So
that's awesome. There'll be no fancy slides. It's literally going to be myself and the amazing Tony over in America. She's up late at night to tune in and give us some gold nuggets as to what the hype is about, what is just so exciting. It's such an exciting time to be part of the online world, the social media world, making the most of essentially being a micro influencer in the beauty space. And that's kind of what I made this topic.
That is the issue I have. Number one is that's what the Zoom call said, learning how to be a micro beauty influencer. And that seems like they obviously bring up Monat in this call, but it's it's not learning how to be an influencer. I mean, they're basically
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Just because you are involved in beauty outside of Monet, and just because you are in a beauty MLM, doesn't necessarily make you a micro influencer. This coming from someone who was a makeup artist for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
I did that. And as hard as I tried, even though I had a really good run, like it was good for me. Like I did really, really well. My influence was never online. It was like a word of mouth kind of sitch. Like people would recommend me. And as hard as I tried to make my makeup career on here go off, because I had a beauty YouTube channel for like 4 years before I started doing this. It just never happened. But just because you're somewhat involved with the beauty industry doesn't make you a micro influencer by any means. Influencers have brand deals. Influencers have actual partnerships with more than one company. Influencers get to set their own pay because you get to negotiate. I'm not at that point yet, but from what I've heard from my friends who have had brand deals and stuff like that, you get your set pay. You can negotiate what you're gonna make. So, who you influencing with 4 people on this call?
Yeah.
I couldn't have said it any better, Karina. I tried doing the whole makeup YouTube thing. I'll still post my makeup selfies on Instagram because that's what I enjoy doing. I do it for myself. I don't do it for anybody else.
Yeah,
but
me too, because I be feeling myself, girl.
Yeah, exactly. 1 and 2. I know I'm a bomb ass makeup artist.
Same.
Yeah.
Now, see, I'll do the filtering thing like everybody else does. It's no secret. But I don't heavily filter my pictures. You still see the texture on my skin. You still see the fine lines and wrinkles that I have on my face. As much as I love Dave, thank you for what you said earlier. Mama's gonna be 41 years old. I took horrible care of my skin because I had horrible acne. I was using too strong of products. But anyway, I finally got the right products, and it was not due to anybody influencing me.
Yeah.
So when you're a micro influencer, that has to do with your actual size of your audience. It has nothing to do with you as a person or as a creator. It's literally the size of your audience.
Yeah, your engagement than anything. There's no point in having like Jessie Lehman. She has how many, like 10K, 20K, 30K followers or whatever. And when she's doing a live, there's literally like 10 people on there. Like
that's what I'm telling you. She's bought most of those.
Yeah, but I mean, like, following means nothing when at the end of the day, and this coming from me, like I know I have like 800 followers or something on Instagram, and when I go live, but I get that people are only there for a certain type of content, and when they hop on and then they hop off, they're like, no, this is not what I'm here for, so they hop off. So I kind of get it, but when you have like above 10K and you still only have like 3 people on your shit, like.
Yeah,
you ain't influencing nobody, baby. Nobody.
Like, let me backtrack here for a second. I've actually had people, because I've been really heavy handed with the anti-MLM content, sharing everybody's stuff, tagging everybody that created this stuff. I've had people reach out to me saying, well, I thought you weren't really active on social media anymore, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, this is what I'm passionate about. I will be returning to my channel because I found a different passion, and it's something that I'm good at.
And I mean, who says that you can't do a mix of both? That's my plan.
Right. Well, I've gotten people saying, well, I don't like the MLM content. And I said, well, then unfollow me, because you're going to get a mixture of both. I will have makeup content. I will have lifestyle content. But I'm also going to have human rights content and anti-MLM content.
Yeah, for sure.
And that comes with politics. That comes with all kinds
people
of
grow.
Things that people don't like
people
to talk
grow,
about.
People change, people learn a lot more. People change their stance. Like, we're allowed to do that. But again, just because we feel like we have to change the direction of which we do our content. And for example, me, no lie, I've contemplated just going full on plant content. but I'm still passionate, very passionate about this. So just because I choose to change the content for the few followers that I do have, it still doesn't make me an influencer. And I think that was the whole point of me interrupting DC.
Oh no.
Yeah, exactly. No, for sure. This girl here, while she sounds lovely, I love the Australian accent. It does things for me.
Same.
But
Girl, the
she's
Hansford
not
brothers.
she's not influencing anybody. She's not helping anybody grow their Instagram, their online presence to become a micro influencer. I've got, I think, 1,200 people that follow me on Instagram. Of that, I might get 60 comments, which is that's good engagement for what I've got.
Yeah,
that's really good engagement for what
I
I've
guess
got.
10%, right? 10% is good.
Yeah,
it's a 10x
Yeah.
and 7x. Yeah.
So, who is this poor girl talking to other than her upline? And
Yeah.
why would they, after seeing that nobody showed any interest, saying, "Dude, we're canceling the call. We're not going to make you go out there looking like a complete dumbass." I'm not mad at her. I'm mad at them because they know better. They set her up to be the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, it very much looks that way. It very much looks that way. Like, we're just gonna let you make an ass of yourself because she looks like a nice person, but like someone like Tony or whatever her name is to join this call with 8 people on it. The math ain't mathin'. Like some
No, it ain't.
Yeah. And again, she's pretty close to getting her car in Australia. I don't know how much money that is, but I think it's that same idea that they're just not going to acknowledge their failures in any situation, and everybody in
That's so
MLS do it.
unfortunate.
And it's kind of like, I don't know. It's just it definitely came across really, really awkward.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I really do. I feel bad.
I would say
Yeah.
99.9% of brands these days have some sort of referral or affiliate program attached to their business to essentially to encourage people to refer their network to their brands, right? So there's people, so some of you on here may have already heard of like affiliate marketing and influencer marketing, which is essentially, you are referring a product, you're partnering with a brand with products that you love, and you are getting a commission, getting a percentage of those sales that you are doing, which is awesome. So when we attach that to something like social selling, something like network marketing, direct selling, and whatever you want to call it, it can be so much more lucrative in the sense that as an affiliate, where you're just referring things, maybe you're putting like, here's my 20% off code, here's my 10% off code if you purchase from me, then any person that does that, that's a one-time commission, right? Whereas if you come into network marketing or social selling, no matter what the company, if you are building a brand of other brand builders essentially that are also affiliates and brand partners, you are then getting a commission on their sales as well.
So she's trying to force the multi-level marketing independent rep into being painted as an affiliate, basically, where you're going to be able to be attached to someone's purchase code for the rest of their life when they sign up.
I find it interesting how she's saying that if you want to build your brand, but like the brand is already there, what are you building? You're not building anything. The brand is there. All you're doing is you're a 1099 contracted employee. That's it. But you're not building diddly squat. You're just joining them. So like, how are you a business owner and then also join something? Like, again, the math ain't mathin'.
Yeah, I think she's trying to, again, reframe, change the reality, change the definitions of, what we understand independent contractors to be, because she's trying to make it seem like, I don't know, like they're really the true way to do affiliate marketing, because you're never going to lose out on a sale because you're going to sign up that person as a brand partner. And that's not the case. That's not the case. Yep. Well, me and the other people in Australia, because I know a lot of people in Australia were on, or a lot. There was probably 3, and then Tony. So, yeah. Let's see. Play.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
That's a bit funny. Hang on.
Yeah, we can still hear you, Kaylee.
Let me see if I can just put on my.
Just can't see, but we can hear. Oh, there you are.
Okay, I'll just take off my webcam because for some reason that just cracked itself.
I think.
It can be so much more lucrative.
Okay, sorry. I just skipped it.
Whereas if you come into network marketing or social selling, no matter what the company you are, if you are building a brand of other brand builders essentially that are also affiliates and brand partners, you are then getting a commission on their sales as well, which is so much. Oops, my
And her
camera's
camera
gone a bit
goes out.
funny. Can you still hear me?
Yes, we can still hear
That's a
you.
bit funny. Hang on.
Yeah, we can still hear you, Kaylee.
Let me see if I can
Yes,
just
we
put
just,
on my.
her camera went
Just
out.
can't see, but we can hear. Oh, there you are.
Okay, I'll just take off my webcam because for some reason that just cracked itself. Okay, gotta love technology in the middle of a presentation. So essentially, so for a lot of you, you might be seeing your favourite brands that you buy, love, and trust. You know, whether that's tanning products, a makeup customer, someone's got their hair done somewhere. Someone's eaten at a restaurant that looks amazing. You're like, where is that? I need to go there. Like this is affiliate marketing. This is referral marketing. So that's exactly what we're doing.
Not affiliate marketing. It is not a brand deal. They are not paying you to show. Quite frankly, they're not paying you to show their shitty product. She might be, a rank away from getting her car.
Yeah.
But is she going to be able to carry that? Because she couldn't generate, I hate saying it this way, it's going to come off so mean, but she couldn't generate enough buzz around herself to get people to share that information to get more than her upline on a call.
Yeah. And just because something looks shiny and seems like a good idea online or on social, and it doesn't actually, it's not effective, it's not a good idea. No matter how and I didn't even look at what her marketing was, but again, it has to actually work. Oh, floof break.
This is Oliver, Karina.
Hi, Oliver. Yeah. Say hi to Oliver in the comments.
Hey, boy.
And
Sorry,
Dave
my
said-
headset is about to die, so I'm trying to switch headphones.
Okay.
1 second.
Oh, right on.
Cool.
Mine were already dead before I put them in. My son must have been playing with them and didn't charge them. Yes, sir,
That's always
Oliver.
We have dived into this incredible world of social selling, and I feel that Monat has just completely flipped things on its head in terms of being part of an industry that is not being done. Like that is, especially playing in this hair space, the people's, I suppose you could say, people's self-confidence come from a lot of it has to do with the way they feel about the way they look, right? It's their hair, it's their skin. Why do you think people get spray tans, nails done, hair done, good quality makeup, good quality skincare? All of these things make us feel more confident in ourselves. So if our hair is great, if our skin is great, we are automatically so much more confident, right? And in this day and age, people are looking for things that they can do online, some things that they can do from home, around their families, around their children, whether they're in a job that they're not necessarily loving, or maybe they are loving, but they're just looking for something to bring in an additional income stream. Here comes the social selling side. Here comes
I wouldn't say that Monat is the answer to people needing or wanting the option to work from home, because we've seen over and over again, and I think Karina and Tanya can attest to this, the inventory loading, the purchasing an unreal amount of product to make rank every month, just the stacks and stacks and stacks of those like oils
The
that people
Rejuvenate
buy.
oil.
Yeah,
I
the
mean, not
Rejuvenate.
long ago we saw Angelique selling all her stock on live on Instagram. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, that's my bitch. Angelique is my bitch.
We all love Angelique here, man. She,
Mm.
that girl, I will ride hard for that girl. I joined her Patreon, man.
Me
She's
too.
fire.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad she got monetized. I got like teary eyed for her.
Yeah.
Uh,
I've been so disconnected from Instagram and YouTube lately. Like I've been so,
yep,
but
she
if
got
she
it.
did,
It
good
was
for her,
yesterday.
man.
I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I think she got the news yesterday that she
Yeah.
got monetized.
That's
She
amazing.
got the email. So that bitch is off and running. And
Good.
Hell yeah.
there's
Good for
nobody
her.
gonna be stopping her now.
Good for her.
I think Harper's making a plea for you in the comments, Karina. Okay.
Marketing, affiliate marketing, it's really an
You are
incredible
my bitch, Harper. Sorry.
business model that you can leverage just by posting things on social media. And even Tony here, she'll share a bit more on her story, but she's built her entire business mostly offline, mostly working with people and just coffee catch-ups here and there, events here and there, like actually getting out there and meeting with people in person, right? So there is so much you can do in this space, especially now that we have the power of TikToks and Reels and stories and just going live on Facebook, going live, creating Facebook groups and creating these communities of people who are interested in this industry and interested in what we have to offer, right? So when you're looking at something to do, whether you're here to work from home or create an additional income stream, there is so many options, right? There are so many things that you could do to work from home. But what's going to be something that's going to be fun, involve a community, have you leverage your time in a way that's not just, you trading time for money, but you have a business model that you can scale so that, essentially you put in the work. I'm not saying this is easy, but if you put in the work,
Whoa. Hold up. I'm not saying that this is easy, but you're going to be able to do it part-time and have the second income stream. Is that, did I catch that? Or
Yep.
did I snip too much of that catnip?
No, yeah, I think a lot of multi-level marketers say the same thing. They say, "Hey, this is a lot of work, but this is a lot of work, but," and they try to give like a little conditional statement to make whatever they're about to say okay. And just because she could compound her downline doesn't mean other people are going to be able to do the same thing. Now, them being open in Australia and not having a ton of people already signed up in Australia, getting in early, with supposedly only having 5,000 people so far in the entire country of Australia, that's crazy.
They're smart. They're obviously very, very smart in Australia, first of all. Secondly, if I hear these broads one more time talk about the community, let's talk about how the community treats another person when they decide to leave.
Yeah.
Or they question an upline.
Also, you know what? I'd much rather trade my time in for money, because at least that way I know that I'm making some sort of income. At least that way I know that I'm bringing something in and I can calculate my expenses and do a profit and loss statement rather than just following blindly without really knowing much of anything. Sorry, I'm bringing my microphone a little closer. Everybody's asleep.
That's okay. Feel free to. Kat said, I would think that this would be a really hard sell. I spend quite a bit on hair care and their stuff is still way more pricey. I don't think I've ever known anyone that spends that much. Yeah, their stuff's really expensive.
It is.
And you know
It's
what?
prohibitively expensive, and you got to think about it this way too. It's manufactured here and it's being shipped there. So what are the prices like there? If we see that $80 system for $80, what are they paying in Australian dollars?
Oh yeah, probably more.
But not even that. Like, you have to think about this too. Like, drugstores recently, especially in the past, like 5 years or whatever, they have really stepped up their game when it comes to their skincare and makeup and hair care. So why the
Yep.
fuck would I spend $90 on a shampoo when I can go to the dollar to not the dollar store to like Walmart or Target or whatever and buy something from, like, say the one that Chelsea constantly plugs because she really likes it. I personally haven't tried it yet, but I've heard really other good reviews about it. The Eva NYC for like $20.
Yeah.
And you
Are
can't
you
tell me
talking
Chelsea's
about
hair doesn't look
Vanola?
luscious. No, she does the Eva NYC stuff.
Are you talking
They
about
have,
Chelsea Suarez? Or are you talking
yeah,
about
Chelsea
she
Suarez,
does
yeah.
Vanola, baby? She does Vanola products, not Eva
Yeah, but
NYC.
she also really likes like some of the Eva NYC. She recently
Oh,
shouted
oh
out.
yeah.
Yeah,
I know what
for
you're
like
talking about now.
drugstore kind of shit.
Yeah.
But for the more higher end stuff, she likes the Fanola stuff.
Vanola is. Have you been on their website?
No.
They are cheaper and better than. They're cheaper than, let's say, Paul Mitchell.
Mm. Yeah,
Sorry,
I
I've been
don't
talking
really.
about
I'm not really
skincare.
like a hair care type of bitch. Like makeup and skincare, yeah, but like I'm not really like weird about my hair care. But even then, it's like a lot of money.
I go with what's on sale at Walmart for my hair. I'll dye it. I'll take care of it. I'll style it. I'll do whatever. But I like its whole blends. It's called Garnier Fructis Whole Blends Honey.
Mm.
And that's the only thing I can put in my hair now because my hair has gotten so dry
Mm.
Yeah.
since moving to Texas. I used to have oily hair. And then I started washing it only once a week. But
Yeah, that's what I do now too.
at the end of the day, we've got this lovely young lady here shilling for a product that I can't even get over.
Yeah, they're even
They're
more
leaving her
expensive than
hanging out to
Olaplex.
dry like this.
Yeah, Modest Hermit said Head and Shoulders personally saved her life, changed her life. Hey, I get it. I'm not
Absolutely.
like I don't have any like dandruff or anything like that, but I don't. I'm not picky about my hair care, to be honest. Skincare is a different story, but hair care, I don't really mind. But I do know, like, for example, my sister-in-law, I think she has like severe dandruff, and she uses like she did Head and Shoulders for a minute, but then it still wouldn't get and it wasn't fixing it. Like, it would calm it down, but it wasn't fixing it. And oh, I'm sorry, Modest Hermit, they and them. Thank you for letting us know.
Thank you for correcting us.
Yes, I appreciate that. I shouldn't assume. I'm working on it. I promise. I promise I'm working on it. But yeah, so she started, my sister-in-law, she started using like some clinical type stuff, and then that helped her, you know. So
Oh,
for them
thank
also to
goodness.
say something like, oh, it's for everybody, it's customizable, yada yada yada. No, the fuck it's not. The products are
Just
already
like when
made.
they
It's
came
not
out with the
customizable.
anti-frizz line. I
Mhm.
thought this
And they all
Monet
still have frizzy
regular.
ass hair.
Well,
They-
to this girl's credit, all right, let's give credit where credit's due here. She's got beautiful hair. Her hair is in great condition.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's well cut. It's not dry. It's not frizzy. It's not damaged all to hell. But then you've got these Monat ones in Tampa running around with hair extensions in their hair.
Oh yeah,
they
my
probably use
Sue
the
has
products
like
for
a
too long.
shit ton of extensions in.
Yeah.
Talking about dandruff made my hair itchy. My head itchy.
That happens to me too. Let's see.
Then grow those sustainable results and build that residual passive income that's coming in every month from building a massive organization And the timing, and I know Tony's going to touch on a bit more on why we partnered with this particular beauty brand, why they've created such huge results. I mean, if you've been playing along, a lot of you, especially for those of you tuning in on the replay, you might already be in our Beauty Revolution
Also, she is going to post
Facebook
it.
group where we share a lot of product testimonials, before and afters of people's hair transformations, which is just unbelievable. And that was me. So middle of last year, I had really bad postpartum hair loss. I was like, I need something to save my hair because my hair is naturally quite thin and fine as it is. But I had all this receding hairline. It was just gone. Like it was just literally gone. And I was like, oh my God, I need it.
As someone who suffered from like severe postpartum hair loss, there's nothing you can do about it. You just gotta let it grow back.
Nothing.
Like literally, there's nothing you can do. You just gotta let it break off, and then you let it grow back. And 9 times out of 10, it'll grow back fuller, just because your hair went through that whole cycle. From what I know, anyways. I'm not a stylist. Don't take what I'm saying as like actual advice. But like when it comes, you can't hurry it up. It's gonna do what it has to do, and then you just gotta kind of be okay with it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I had bad postpartum hair loss too. Let me tell you, as a first-time mom and a new mom, Karina, you can attest to this. Your self-confidence is shot to shit. Now your hair is falling out too. I was bawling in the bathroom with my hair loss. I went to my hairdresser. She told me exactly what Karina just said. There's nothing we can do. The only thing I can do for you, and she felt horrible. So what she did was as a push present to me, because I've known her my entire life, she paid for me to get hair extensions. Because mine was that bad. It was right around here.
Yeah. Modest hermit, I agree. If my husband wasn't like a hair guy, like if he didn't care that I was bald, I'd be bald like Kayla style. Y'all know my bestie Kayla? I'd be I hate washing my hair with a passion. I hate dealing with my hair, period. I style it for videos most of the time, but that's about it. Other than that, I don't care if it was up to, like it was up to me, but like I know that that's one of the things my husband loves about me, my hair, which is what stopped me from like shaving it all completely off. But I see what you mean.
The only thing that stopped me from shaving my head was she paid for me to get hair extensions because, like I said, she's a family friend. And it wasn't full extensions. It was just to create fullness where I lost
Good
it.
night, Melissa.
Good night,
Sorry,
Melissa.
we're taking 45 years.
But at the end of it, I ended up getting the Karen haircut. Y'all remember the Karen haircut? Long in the front, short in the back. I had the Karen haircut because of my postpartum hair loss. It has taken me 6 years to get to here. And I'm very happy with my hair. My hair texture completely changed after I had Sean. My hair was already naturally
Modest
thick,
hermit, I love you. She said it's been 85 years. Let's keep going before we keep talking, because we can do this all night, like literally.
But then I'm also a social media manager. I do consulting for small businesses, and I'm also a freelance makeup artist. So for me, those roles are very much one-on-one. You know, it's just me here in my office doing that one-on-one work, right? It can be very time-consuming. I've got 2 little kids at home, so my time is quite limited in terms of what I can get done and in terms of how many clients I can take on at a time, which is capping my income, right? It's capping the amount of clients I can take on, and it is then capping what I can earn. So when I looked at this opportunity, I thought, I think I bombed.
I want to interrupt really quickly, I promise. So she says that when you are a makeup artist, you have a capped income. Granted, yes, you can take up to 2 hours to do a face, depending on the style of makeup. Tanya, correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a minute for me. I haven't done anybody's makeup in a hot second. But even for me to get myself ready, it takes me a good like hour-ish, 2 hours, depending on how all out I'm going. But yeah, you might only be able to take a certain amount of clients, but it's better to have 5 clients, have 5 happy clients that are coming back for your service, than have one unhappy client that's gonna sign up under you under false pretenses and then never come back and maybe possibly have a reaction to the products that you're shilling out. And then not just that, but you're not just gonna lose that recruit or that customer in Monat, but now because they know you through your other business, they're also going to be like, yeah, I don't think I trust her anymore. I'm gonna find somebody else. So yeah, you might only be able to do like 3 or 4 people in a day, but that's like I don't know how much she charges, but I used to charge, my minimum cost for a natural makeup was $100. That would take me an hour, and I've charged as much as $250 for like night makeup, like all out contour, cream and powder contour, the full lashes, the individual lashes. I don't know how much she's charging, but you can very well live off of doing because I used to do it. I had like a brand new charger SRT whenever I was doing makeup. I was living by myself and I did makeup Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and that's all I did. And I was able to live that way and still like have plenty of savings. So you can't sit here and tell me that your what's it called? Your income is capped. Yeah, it might be, but you know those people are coming back. Like, you know for a fact, depending on your skill, that those people are coming back.
And not for nothing. If they let's just say it was a one-time thing. Like I had a client that it was a one-time deal. They didn't wear a lot of makeup, but they came from a referral.
Yeah, and they would refer more people, right?
Your referrals is what's going to build you a bigger clientele where you can work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But my big thing was brides.
Yeah.
I did bridal makeup.
Yeah. And even, you know what? And even when I had a helper, so like, for example, I got so like busy at one point in my makeup career that I had like an assistant to do like the simpler stuff. So like, thank you, to do like the makeup cleaning brushes between people. I showed her how to do lashes and how to set faces like when I was done. So I would just pass people on to her. And even with paying her $50 an hour, I would still have enough left over to live off of. So don't tell me that you're going to do better in Monat than with your makeup business, because you're talking to the wrong one here. I don't know how it works in Australia, but I know for a fact that I was able to make a living off of just doing makeup 3 days a week.
Yep. And see, I started my Instagram, which I look back on it now and I will never delete these photos, even though they are cringy as fuck.
I have them on my Facebook.
I started my Instagram working for Unique.
Oh, wow.
And that's where my love of makeup came, and it came very naturally for me. I mean, look at my skills now compared to what they were then. But you remember the bombshell eye, right?
Yeah.
Black with silver. Everybody wanted black with silver. Smoky but natural, but they wanted the bombshell eye.
Yep.
Go figure. But
that yellow Kim K highlight. Yeah, I remember. It's been a hot minute, but I remember those. Anyways,
the trends is what will always get you. But the thing is that if she's having to go with an MLM, one, she's probably undercharging. Let's be real. She's probably undercharging. She's undervaluing herself and undervaluing her work. 1. 2, she didn't give herself enough time to get a rapport going with her core clients where they would refer her out. I had a group of 3 or 4 clients that would come to me for their date nights with their husbands every week. like clockwork. I didn't even have to write them in.
Yeah.
I knew Fridays was going to be Tracy, Saturdays was going to be Tammy, and Saturday afternoon was going to be Stacy.
When you're passionate about what you do and when you do it right and you have a skill for it, and even when you're barely starting, people can always tell, you know, I'm gonna come back to her. And I tell you this because not only did I do makeup, but I also did nails for like a year. And I learned on my clients charging like real low prices. But once my skills started getting up there, I was able to
Right.
charge a lot more. So again, for her to say that it's going to be better for her in Monet than it is with her actual own business that, you know, doing makeup, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And I think she believes it. I want to believe that she believes it, but I don't. But
Yeah, well,
anyways, run
yeah.
it, DC, before we keep talking.
What the heck? Hold on. Sorry.
Run it for like 5 minutes before we start
I
talking
set
again.
it up
'cause if
too,
not,
so it's fine.
we're gonna be here forever.
The American market probably has about, I'm going to guesstimate, just over 500,000 market partners in the entire company. More than that, a million, maybe more, something like that. Australia has just over 5,000 market partners. So we are like baby, tiny in this market. So opportunity is really such, I mean, I couldn't talk about timing more. Like, it is such a big deal. Tony's going to touch on the founder shares and how you can leverage this business model to earn shares in the company and make the most of something like this. Honestly, it's just been crazy to think when I signed up. Obviously, there was part of me that was like, oh, was this the right decision? Should I have done this? And then there was also the part of me that was like, you know what? I can actually see myself in the $1 million company of this business. So that was the like, you know what? Let's just go for it. So, and it's just been growth every single month. I've met the most incredible women that are just so driven and motivated, and I love it because they're big dreamers like me, and I have big goals and big dreams for my life, and I love working and then coaching other women who are literally striving for similar goals like me and who want to do it different, who want to do things that they can leverage social media and work online and take their business wherever they are in the world, right? So I'm going to hand over to Tony to share a bit more on why this company, why she looked into this and what it's done for her over the last 8 years that she's been part of Monat, and how you could potentially join us and work with us. So I'll hand over to the incredible Tony, who is a multi-millionaire in this company. Multi-millionaire, right? She is up. She doesn't have to be on this call right now, but she is. So I'm so excited to have her here with us.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited. So it's really late, and I have people that are here for the holiday. They're in my office, they're upstairs, they're all over my house. So I'm holed up in my bedroom. So I'm trying to be quiet, but I can't be quiet about this. I mean, 8 years into this, and I am still so excited, so stoked to share with you about what this company has done for so many people. So yes, Kaylee has, as you had mentioned before, we have about a total of 500,000 people in our organization, not in money, just in our organization alone. By default, yes, I was the first market partner. It was not glorious. We didn't have a website. We didn't have samples. I only had 3 products to try. Even before I decided to make the decision, I didn't have anything. And so here we are, 8 years later, is that we have been on this trajectory of just, I guess, saving people with time and financial freedom, and with a better product that works. Now, let me just say, I want to talk a little bit about the product, the people, and the pay. And I'm going to keep this very brief. I'm going to give you a very high-level overview, and then you're going to be able to make a decision. But here's the first thing, is that I was very discerning of the product. I actually had one of my children, he was very sick when he was a baby at 12 months old. We figured out that it was the toxins and the environmental shit in America, and there's no other way to put it. We don't have regulations like you have in Australia or Canada or Europe. We didn't have anything. So I didn't know what I didn't know. And I got schooled very quickly when my son got sick. And so I learned what I needed to do to have the best of clean products. So that's the first thing that I looked at. What is Monat offering? How are they?
So yeah, she's sped up. Sorry about that. If she's talking too
Okay.
fast.
I thought I was talking fast. Woo, Nelly.
So yeah, I sped it up to 1.25 so we could catch up on the video, because I know people are having to go do stuff too. So just wanted to, if she's still legible, I'll keep it on this speed.
I'm cool with this speed.
Cool.
Guaranteeing their products. So we're sustainable, we're non-GMO, We have more clinical testing than any other product in the entire world, right? And it actually works. So get that for a second. Because when you're playing in the clean beauty space, usually the product isn't effective. Trust me, I know, I've been doing this for 20 years. So here we are right now. We have a product that actually is effective and it's actually a clean product. So there are a lot of naysayers out there in the marketplace. You know what? Okay, so what other product is going to work as well that what we have to offer, and also that actually has the proof? So we have less than a 1% return rate. So the thing about
so they have a less than 1% rate. Is that because people aren't returning their products they've already used, or they're just not willing to send it back? I mean, I can't really imagine that the people aren't returning it.
I believe that Chelsea explained it in one of her recent videos where she was saying that sometimes by the time they try the products and they return it, they take a while to get to them. So it takes like a good 7 days, let's say. And then by the time they try it, you only wash your hair a couple times a week, right? So by the time they figure out whether they like it or not and they try to send it back, it's over the 30 days. That's why they don't really have a return rate. Something along those lines. Don't quote me, but I believe that's kind of how Chelsea explained it.
That makes sense.
is that I don't have to sell you anything. I know it works. And the one thing that I have always known as being in sales, regardless, is that you just have to have belief in the product. You have to have belief in the people. So,
oh yeah, what Harper said, you also have to pay like a really high fee to return stuff.
Really?
I was briefly in a company with Stuart McMillan, and I started this company with two other gentlemen, Stuart and Ray. So Stuart is our president. He's still the president to this day. He has a big goal, big vision that he wants to see happen. He's always going to be a part of this. And this man has shown me more leadership capabilities and more, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, just being supportive of a president of a $2 billion company. You guys, he's been at my house. He's coming here to do a training with us on August 7th. He's just very hands-on. And I love this about the company.
If he's so hands-on, how come there wasn't more done when people were making like racist comments and anti-Semitic comments and I don't, if you're so hands-on, then that doesn't mean you're intentionally not following through and holding your own team accountable.
He is so hands-on that he makes allegedly he makes accounts on Instagram and stalks us and like comments on our shit. So he is hands-on, just not in the way she's saying that he's hands-on. Also, I don't know about you guys, but I think that this lady's opinion is a moot point, like a cow's opinion. Friends reference for those of you that don't know. For those of you that don't know, go watch Friends. It'll be a good time, I promise. But her opinion and her point of view is a moot point, like a cow's opinion, because how are you going to sit here and say, oh, when I started in this company, I started with two other gentlemen. It was really hard. It wasn't luxurious or anything. But look at me now. Yeah, bitch, because everybody else is under you. What are you talking about? There's no way anyone is going to be able to replicate what you've been doing. Like, there's just no way in hell. So, Mo, sit down. Be quiet.
Actually, to talk about this even more, the co-founder and CEO, Ray Arnetta, I'm doing an event with him on the 21st of this month. So they're hands-on. You do not get that in a $2 billion company very rarely. They are here to support us, because here's the thing. The product isn't the commodity. The commodity is the people. And that is what differentiates.
Yeah, she definitely said that.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's not the product.
That's a total mic drop moment.
It's not about the products, guys. It's about the people we're scamming. That's what it is about.
Yeah, and it's, I don't know. If the products are so great, it should only be about the products.
Yeah.
That's what it should be about. If the products are that good. So
Swap doesn't need to rely on people.
Yeah. Yep.
Any other company out there. It's because we dedicate, our investment into the product, into the ingredients, into our scientific advisory board. Y'all, we have the best of the best that are working and formulating our products for us. And then we have the best of the best comp plan. So let's talk about the compensation plan. We pay out
I don't know. Q scientists might have something to say about that, but
more than the industry average 8 years to the day. And we're double of what everybody else is paying out. We have trip incentives. We have car programs. Right now, we have a summer smart bonus. I mean, they're always looking back at how can they pour into us. And so each thing that they do to pour into us, and we have a double car payment right now because you can earn a car with us. And Haley is right there. And Haley, I'm coming to Australia to present your car because you guys, we have all of these incredible incentives that we can offer people. You don't get it for free. You have to work for it. But the thing about it is that there is no other company that does what we do. You guys, we've had 9 pay raises since I've been in this company. In 8 years, I've been on 30 trips.
You know what else isn't free? The trips.
yeah, it's deferred.
If you guys are in a multi-level company, regardless of whether it's money now or not, I dare you to sit down, get a notebook, get a pen, and then look on like Expedia or something and see how much it would cost you to pay for said trip by yourself. Now, on the other side of the paper, I want you to write how much you bought from your MLM company to earn said trip. I bet my left titty that what you have invested in this MLM is way more than what you were paid for that trip just to pay for the trip by yourself.
Yeah, and the company gets a deal when they book out all those rooms. So they say the trip is worth however much. They're not paying that much for the trip. So they're getting,
No, they're not.
yeah. So like, what you're paying taxes on? What they're basically saying, okay, I promise to pay you. This trip's going to be worth $7,000 when they may be paying $1,000 for it. So they're saying,
Yeah, and not just that, but you get like the cheapest shit. Like we've seen it on people's stories when they're like, "Oh my god, they spoiled us," and then they got dollar store like a robe or something. Like that's not spoiling, ma'am. I don't know what you think spoiling is, but like DC said, you have to pay the taxes on that. Like it's not for free. And again, if you compare what you would pay for the trip by yourself and then how much you spent in your company to earn said trip, I promise you, it's going to be more in the MLM. Like it's going to cost you more at the end of the day in the MLM.
yeah, and the company is getting away with paying you a lower rate. They're saying they're paying you $7,000 for the trip that you have to pay the tax for that money on when it only really costs them a significantly lower amount. So they're basically getting away with, not paying, like giving you a discount trip, basically.
Yeah, and it goes again back to my McDonald's reference that I always make. If McDonald's did what Monat or any multi-level company does, would you still work for it? If McDonald's said you have to work for us, but also you have to get everyone to eat McDonald's and also work at McDonald's, would you do it? If McDonald's said we're going to pay you you have to do all this PR, you have to do all these posts, you have to work hours on end, and we're not going to pay you, but you might probably make a commission from like the hundreds of thousands of dollars that you sell. Or if you bring someone to work with us, you'll get paid. Like how shady does that sound? Think about it. If McDonald's was doing what multi-level marketing companies do, would you still want to work there?
Yeah, that's
I doubt it.
Good point. I don't think it's fraud. Even if you're able to get a discount for like a conference or something, it would be worth it if they didn't get the discount. So it would be worth whatever value of the trip it was. So it's not fraud. It's just they're getting away with it.
Now,
I have a question for Harper. Sorry. I have a question for Harper. What plant are you holding up in your thumbnail picture?
Inquiring minds need to know. No, what's really funny to me is I had not so much Well, no, they did. They flat out admitted what they did to avoid paying taxes on their trip. They claimed it as a business expense.
Interesting.
So they didn't end up having to pay, I think, the total cost of this person's trip. And I call her a hun. She got out, but she, at the time when she did it, she was a full blown hun. And she was part of a larger team in a larger city. They all used this one shady ass accountant that would do it, that would write off their nails, their this, their that. Some of their purchases from their company, he would write off as business expenses. So they wouldn't end up having to pay taxes on their trips because they knew as a 1099 contracted employee that if they got that
sounds a little shady, don't you think?
1099.
It sounds like something if you got caught, you get in trouble for. It sounds a little shady still.
For sure. That's tax fraud. That's fraud.
Yeah.
Because they're making you pay the tax on that trip that you was so free and so wonderful.
Yeah.
But she full on admitted to me that
that's how she did it. Listen,
that's how
fuck the government,
And
but nothing is worth doing tax fraud. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't go to jail for that.
Don't do it.
No.
Yeah. Yep.
Everybody, some of you may not like to travel, but it's available to you. But the best part is they pour it into us. And that is the one thing that I can tell you is that this company is rooted in gratitude through our 501c3, through us giving back to our recycling program, to us giving back to grassroots movements and everything that we have available to offer. So the great thing is I can work this business from everywhere. Right now I'm sitting in my bedroom because I don't have anywhere else to go in my house. But I do these calls from hotel rooms, from the beach, from my backyard. But whatever the case may be, is that this is you living your life by design. You get to write your story. You get to choose what you want to do. You get to do whatever you want to do. And so therefore,
you get to be glued to your phone 24/7.
Yep. Exactly.
And just because I was the first market partner, it doesn't mean jack diddly do, right? We didn't have.
Oh, come on. That's such a lie. That does mean something. Being at the top of a compensation structure when you get paid, she got grandfathered in to get paid on every single market partner underneath her. Her team is 500,000 people, and she's going to say it in a little bit.
Samples. We didn't have marketing materials. We didn't have a website. We didn't have any of this. We started out with just 3 products that I got in that box. We actually launched with 9 that we created this incredible opportunity for anyone. It's leverage. And you guys get to choose your path. You get to choose your story that you write. And that's what I love about this business. What do you want? What do you want 30 days, 60 days, 90 days from now? What do you truly want? Because
I want you to not join Monat.
Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Can I answer Dave's question?
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's being a little bit cheeky, but there's an actual psychology behind it. You nailed it on the head. They're looking down at you. They do not respect you. That's why you'll see these top huns. You'll see WFAB do it. You'll see these top leaders. They're constantly looking down. It's because they're looking down their nose at you.
I did not think about that.
That's why they do it. It's
if I look down, you
they
feel
don't
my
realize
double
that they're
chin.
doing it.
Look, wait. I'll show you. Imagine doing the whole thing like this. Look at. I don't want nobody to see that shit.
I don't need anybody seeing my chichos under my chin.
Oh my gosh, Dave, you're hilarious.
But Dave nailed it.
Tell that story to yourself because this will be a platform that will give you that opportunity. So, Kaylee, was there anything else that you would like me to cover?
Yeah, I think the founder share opportunity.
Oh yes. I'm so sorry. Yes, I totally forgot about. I get so excited about what is possible for everyone. So you guys, if you sign up right now, you have 1 year from now. but you have until September 30th of this year to sign up for Founders Opportunity. So they give us profit sharing opportunities for you to earn extra money based on everybody in your market. So I have legacy shares, so I'm getting paid on every single person in my names. But here's what you have. Okay. I have 300 million people in my market. You in the Asia Pacific, 4.3 billion people. They put 1% of the profit shares into that pool, and then they pay it out to everybody that's qualified. And that is at the car level, the bonus level at the founder shares. Guys, we're getting paid on founder shares from last month. And I'm just going to tell you, I am not making income claims or anything like that. Those founder shares are anywhere from around $7,000 to $15,000, depending on what profit we make, because there's 1% that's put in their shares and they're shared out with everybody.
So she gets 3 shares as a senior executive director. Car level starts out at 1 share each. So they take the 1% profit that Monat makes, I think, over the year or maybe the quarter, and they get and it's divided out under over everyone who's qualified for that. It's a chunk. It's a chunk of money. Yeah.
Here's the thing. You misheard her. She's getting money off of every market partner, not just people on her team.
Oh, no. So it's more than the 500,000?
If you rewind it, she says every market partner.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was the 500,000 people on her team, that it was unlimited downline for her. Let me go back.
Which is gross in itself anyway. But she says she gets a cut off of every market partner.
Wow. Let me go ahead and play it.
So what does that tell you? That she has a big stake in the game.
Oh, for sure.
Keeping this company afloat.
Yeah.
For sure. You guys, we're getting paid on founder shares from last month.
I'll have to rewind it and let me see. We'll just have to rewind it and rewatch it. I'm not sure I can find it right now.
Okay.
And I'm making that every single quarter, and I have 3 at SED. You guys have the same opportunity to earn those shares. 1 share, 2 shares for you at this point right now. And you have 4.3 billion people in your market, and we are going to open up more countries very soon. So that is the best part about this, is that you're not just doing the work for your team, the company is doing the work for you.
I don't think so. I don't think they're doing the work for them.
I think she meant to say you're working for the company. You're bringing in all the money for the company.
Yeah.
I fixed it for you, Tony.
Yeah. All of the independent contractors are bearing the burden of their marketing cost. So, oh my gosh, everyone's excited. Hi, Janet.
Janet, you're late. Dave was here first. We were talking about you earlier, by the way.
We love you, Janet.
Yeah, we do.
What you get to be a part of. That's truly, it's a gift. It's a gift. So Kaylee, back over to you. Did I cover it all?
Yeah, love that. And to think that I'm 1 rank away from earning the share level, I'm like, what? So I'm so excited. And I just want to keep sharing with you more. We're going to be a couple of us presenting at our event coming up in our city, which is very exciting. But I think that I just wanted to refer back to the opportunity of being, a micro influencer, because I know that a lot of the time people think, oh, well, to be an influencer, I need thousands of followers. I need millions of followers. And honestly, yeah, maybe as an affiliate marketer, you probably do, because in order to make a serious income from your referrals, you're going to need a bigger audience. But the power of social selling and network marketing, you do not need a massive audience at all. Honestly, you could change your business with a handful of people. And I just think, as Tony touched on, like, we've got billions of people in this Asia Pacific market. We're the first country to open in this market for these incredible hair products. And why is the hair so, why is it so great? Why is it so great? Well, because it has 40% water, 60% product, whereas most of your typical supermarket brands, or even some of your salon level brands have like 60, 70, 80% water. So you're actually paying for mostly water. Like, it's not actually doing anything for your hair. So hence why Monat have just come in with some incredibly potent ingredients that are highly concentrated, that are actually.
This analogy is so stupid because tell me this, you would never use bleach undiluted. You would never use ammonia undiluted. That doesn't mean that by buying one that's pre-mixed, you're necessarily losing out or getting like a less bang for your buck or whatever. It just means sometimes some shit has to be diluted in order for you to even touch it. Imagine just showering with the pure ingredients with no water mix, no like for the oily mamas, they use what is it called? A mixer oil, like coconut oil or
Carrier.
olive oil or whatever else.
Yeah.
Ma'am, shut up.
Yeah, they. I
Oh
mean,
no, sorry, no. There was a fly.
Okay.
There was a fly I was shooing. It got
Okay.
in earlier. Sorry.
You're good. Yeah, it's a carrier oil. And again, lots of things need to be diluted for good reason.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That are actually doing the job. Like if you even flick through a few testimonials and you see what these products have done for people over, 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 5 years. It is.
I've seen that people lose their hair.
Yep.
Some people think that they're going to put some new shampoo on their hair and all of a sudden they're going to have these long, glorious locks. And it doesn't work like that. You do have to trust the process and give it time, because no doubt that there's been years of either damage on your hair, color in your hair, other products.
So wait. If there's a process and you have to trust the process, how come a lot of the bigger people in Monat post before and after pictures after one wash?
Yeah.
Riddle me that.
I think she's it's a preemptive strike to combat potential people who don't see those great results after one wash. And I think they spend a lot of time overcoming objections because of some of the very negative things that have happened. And they're also trying to justify how expensive the products are and I think they're setting the foundation for people to continue buying a very expensive product too. So,
worse for your hair than good. So there's like those chemicals and waxes and silicones that are coated on your hair that we need to get rid of, that need to get out of your hair before it can start that getting the healthy hair coming through. So there is a process with,
your hair is dead. Meaning once it comes out, it's like it's coming out of your scalp, it's growing, and this stuff, you can't, this is dead. You know what I mean? Like you can't.
No matter how much split and mender you put on that shit, it's not coming back alive, ma'am. It's not.
Yeah, that's why you have to keep your hair trimmed and prevent the breakage from going up, because you have to take care of this, because you can't get this healthier. It starts here. That's the part where it's it's gonna get healthier.
Jumping on and trying the products and seeing it through. It's amazing how many people have jumped on as my VIP customer, and then they're like, "Oh my god, I love it! How do I upgrade to a market partner, because I need to tell more people about this." And honestly, that's just what it has turned into. It's been, and people have recognized this brand because it's all over social media, especially from the American girls. Like there has been people that have shared some phenomenal testimonials. So as soon as it came here, I had people like, "Oh, I've seen that brand. How do I try it? How do I buy this? I want to try." And so that's been incredible, just to see that it's not just another product or just another thing that's off the shelf. Like this is truly something different and something that we use every single day. Like I'm using hair products, I'm using skincare products every single day. So for me, it was natural to talk about it, to show up on my social media and say, "Hey, this is what I'm using and this is what's happening and this is my before and afters and this is my friend's before and afters and this is what's happened to her hair." And that is literally how it has grown, and it just is blowing my mind at how this is growing. So I'm so excited to see where this takes us all in the next 6 months, 12 months, years from now, because I truly believe that we are in that prime time, especially as Tony mentioned, it's been around for 8 years, so we're not at the brand new stage where it could fall over tomorrow. We are in but it's not been around for 30, 40, 50 years where it's saturated. We're in that prime time, really, at this opportunity now to make the most of being part of something incredible like this. And it just excites me so much to watch the girls over in America, to see what they've been able to achieve in this business in such a short amount of time, really. And to see all the cars that they're driving on the road, to see the massive events that they've been part of over there. And we are just getting started in this Australian market, which is very, very exciting. I saw they just kicked off the tour, the Australian tour in Brisbane last night.
I thought that the best time to join was when all the people were ranking up before they could even get their hands on the products. Wasn't that the best time to join?
Yeah, and she did. She joined back in October when they were having their preemptive recruiting session before they were even freaking open in Australia.
Wild.
I would like to see, because she said 6 months, 8 months, 12 months from now, and I'd like to see where we're at, meaning nationally for them. Think you should mark it down on the calendar, DC. Bring us back in a year and let's see where she's at. Did she get her car?
If she's even part of the company anymore.
Right, exactly. I think this would be a good jumping off point for, because you know how Kiki Chanel just did one and so did in Chelsea. That where are they now?
Yeah.
I think that this would be a good starting point, just as you're collecting them, the ones that stick out in your head the most, to do that with. I would like to see where this girl's at in a year.
Yeah, and I think she
even
did
in 6 months.
Yeah, I think she did get in early enough though that I think it benefited her for sure.
Because if we're being honest, I don't think Monat is even going to be around for more than like a couple more years.
Yeah,
you think
I don't know.
Just with how, I think so. Just with how shady they are, how they don't take accountability for their reps who are racist and all that other shit. And just, I mean, I've heard some stuff behind the scenes of what's going on. So, yeah, I don't expect them to be open much longer. They might rebrand like Boo or something, but I don't think they'll be Monat. And then I'm gonna be just laughing at all these lifers.
Wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be hilarious if Monat got bought out by Q Sciences?
That would be hilarious.
I would die.
Because Q has the best compensation plan.
That's what I'm saying.
That was my best hunt voice.
On paper, that they hands down have the best compensation plan. If I was going to join an MLM again, I would join Q Sciences.
Well, there is a
don't say that. Don't say that. Don't do
I
that.
would never. I know too much.
Longevity buys up other MLMs, so if someone was going to buy Monat, it'd probably be Longevity.
You know, fun fact. Before I started doing like actual anti-MLM content, I was going to be an undercover in Monat. I was going to try to be an undercover in Monat, but I was like, no, I
it would have
can't.
costed you money to do that.
No, I don't care if it was for research and just to troll people, but I don't know. My conscience, I can't.
Good for you, though. I thought about it too, going undercover in one of these things, and I can't. The ends don't justify the means, because you would have to recruit You would have to recruit people.
Yeah.
So then we're no better than they are.
That's why my conscience couldn't let me. I just could not. I can't.
Yeah. And they had balloons. They had like a hair station where you could literally curl or straighten your hair if you wanted to. They had a Range Rover there. I was like, oh my gosh. Like they go above and beyond for their displays, the events and everything that they bring around the country. And I'm just, I could talk about this obviously all day. So I won't keep you much longer, but if you have any specific questions around the compensation plan, around ingredients in the products, anything like that, then please reach out to us and we'll give you the best
If you
recommendations.
have any questions on the compensation plan, watch Anti-MLM Creators, please. They know it better than most of the reps.
Yep.
On your hair type. And in terms of being a market partner, like you get 30% off the products. You get, there is no obligation to ongoing sales. So if you just want to buy and save and just see how you go with the products, you can absolutely do that before you start referring it to your network. That's up to you. But most of the time, people get the box and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to just start sharing it on social media already. And they're going to start telling their friends. And then you get a bunch of samples so you can start sharing with people straight away. You get instant access to your own website, your own affiliate links, your own training. There is extensive training on the hair products, on the skin products, and on how to build this business, on how to best to grow.
Yeah, you get access to a website, but don't you have to pay for that shit? Like I've heard it from multiple people. You have to pay a monthly fee on that.
Yep. I mean, you pay for it either way. You either pay for it with the yearly fee or you pay for it with a monthly fee. And I think it's a monthly fee.
All the things. So we are here as your support, as your guiding coaches, whatever you want to call us. But most of all, we are just your friends. We are just here to support you and guide you because we are all in this together. So I'm super excited, and thanks everyone so much for tuning in. And I'll leave you all to have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world. And thanks so much, Tony, for joining us.
I am so honored, Kaylee. Thank you so much. You guys, we would love to have you as a part of our family, as somebody that's going to be, working with us on this side of it, or as a customer. So I'm going to tell you what, your hair will thank you. I mean, I am totally on. So you guys see this right here. I had a huge event that we just did.
So then let me see your hair. How come your hair's never down, Tony? How come I can never see your hair clearly without a filter? Show me your hair, bitch. Show me your hair.
Very tired, and we had Independence Day here in America, and I always host a huge party. I truly have the best products that we can share with you, that Kaylee can share with you, that anybody on this call that can share with you, and they're going to make a huge, massive difference. So thank you for being on this call. Love you guys. Thank you, Kaylee, for making me a part of this. Love you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, that's it. The most interesting thing I thought was Tony's perspective, her feedback, like the stuff that she said, that she gets paid on everyone under her, and she got grandfathered in for those fees. And because people who are getting recruited now were not grandfathered in.
I just want to say, Tony, look, I don't use Monat, but Monat could never. Look at these luscious locks. Yes, I need to redye my hair, but bitch, look at all this hair.
Your hair is gorgeous. I don't know
So
if I've
suck
ever
it,
told you
Tony.
that, but I love your hair.
Thank you. I need to redye it, and I need a little bit of a trim, but bitch, Monat can never in a million years. Look at all this luscious hair.
Same.
I call bullshit, Tony.
Oh my gosh. Well, I was surprised that so few people got on the call. You saw the chat. There was only like 8 messages, and 3 or 4 of them were from Tony, saying like, "You should do this. The opportunity is incredible," and nobody got on the call. So everyone's loving
what they were banking. Well, now what they're going to bank on is being able to share the Zoom, right? So the opportunity call's already come and gone, and now she'll be able to mass distribute it and use that as her calling card for her cold messaging to get more people enlisted in the ranks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
I still feel bad for that girl. I can't get over it. I feel bad that they left her hanging like that.
Yeah, and I think the way the recording works in Zoom, no one's going to see that nobody got on that call. So hopefully that it's not a continual embarrassment.
True.
Yeah. Well, thank you everybody for hanging with us in the live chat. Replay crew, y'all are the best. If you haven't done the YouTube things, please go like Tanya and Karina's video. If you're not already following Tanya, she's going to start creating content again. And Karina is popping in and out for the summer. She has a lot.
I'm gonna be crashing DC's channel in the meantime, just so you know.
Yep. And so please go follow them. Replay crew. Let's talk in the comments. Y'all are the best. And
if you're from my channel, please subscribe to DC and Tanya.
Oh, thank you. Same here.
Please do.
Please, especially DC. She puts so much work into her channel. She deserves so many.
Let me tell you a little something about DC, right? I didn't ask her to help me, but I don't know if y'all noticed some changes in my YouTube channel. when it comes to playlists, titles, stuff like that, and stuff that you're gonna see in the future. She's a fucking best. She reached out and said, I think your engagement will be much better if you did this and this and this. When I tell you that DC is the best, I mean it with my whole heart. Like, she's just the best. So please subscribe to her.
Well,
Do
y'all
it.
are so nice.
And
Y'all are so
spread the
nice.
word. Have everybody subscribe to DC because she's the best.
Well,
Especially
y'all
we
are
like
very-
long form content.
Yeah, if you really like long form, this is the channel for you. This is the channel for you. Well,
It's so bingeable too, though. Like, you know, I thought I
really
was
is.
subscribed to her since like from the jump, but apparently I wasn't, and it was just coming up on my feed, so I would watch it when I would see it. And then when I discovered that I wasn't subscribed, I shit you not, I binged her channel for like 3 days, and it was the best.
well,
Best time.
that's
It was a good time.
that is super sweet. Y'all are the best. Hopefully, y'all can come back on my channel sometime, and I won't have any more
Anytime.
exporting errors. We're gonna learn as we go, and I hope everyone has a good rest of the night. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.